Hi, I'm doing Paul McWhorter's Pico W lessons, and I'm currently on lesson number 109 when Paul wanted us to run a server on a Pico W and then connect to it via a client on from a client, and I'm running on my PC, but you could use your Mac or your Raspberry Pi or whatever. Now, Paul's already done this lesson way back in lesson number 28, and this is an approximation of his code because I can't bother to type in his code from this lesson. I've previously, I've left some links in the description for lesson 28, an additional solution to lesson 28, which has two clients running at the same time, and another video that will address my gripe about the secrets file. Only in here I don't call it secrets file, Wi-Fi info. Now I will just run this to show you it still works. Waiting for connection, right, that. Then I'll run that one. What is your command? Go. Yeah, received it, sent it back. Stop. Yeah, working fine. So I will stop that, close that, stop that, close that. Now, I've got two problems with this. Paul put his Wi-Fi details in a file called secrets. Well, I've called it Wi-Fi info, and here it is in the lib file on my Pico. There are my details. Now, he wanted to hide them, but just by putting them in that file hasn't done a very good job, because if anyone has access to your Pico, they can go onto the lib file, or if they have access to this program, they can just print out the details like that. So it hasn't done a very good job of hiding anything, apart from just it's hiding people who are watching the video. But there's an easier way to do this. I mean, if you really want to hide everything, although what use is your Wi-Fi SSID and password to anybody apart from your next door neighbour who wants to stream stuff using your Wi-Fi. But apart from that, so my third video that I'm leaving the link to is all about really making sure that nobody can look at your stuff, because it might be something more important like an API key, where if someone gets hold of it, they'll be using up all your free accesses to that API, for example, or even worse, if you've paid for it and they'll be using it. So for me, rather than storing in a file, a better way would be to just go something like SSID equals blah 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 blah, password equals blah blah blah, like that, and therefore you don't have to worry about importing that or using that. You just use the SSID and password instead of . And then when you make your video, you upload it to YouTube. You say, I don't want anyone to see that, and you can get YouTube to obscure that bit of the screen. Now that's much easier. Or much easier, what you can do is you can take those lines, go up here, put them there, put some blank lines in, go down like that, and when you make your video, you don't show anyone the top of the screen. Now that is an awful lot easier, because having this import Wi-Fi info, aka secrets, gives you a false sense of security, because you think that's how you're meant to do it. No, not good. Right, other gripe. In lesson number 28, Paul was putting in a hard-coded IP address, which was a bit lame in lesson number 28, but totally inexcusable in lesson 109. Look, chaps, you ought to know a better way to do it, so I'll just give you a reminder of how to do it. If you go into the home page of your router, I just have to remember the password. Right, is that right? Yep, it's in French. My connected equipment. Right, there's the Wi-Fi connections, and if you look there, Pico W server 109. I just called it that to remind myself that I'm using it for this lesson. You can change that because it was called PYBD. You can use the old name or just change it as you wish. So, and you need to save it. So if you come back to your program, if I just close that, that's easier. Right, so as opposed to hard coding, no, you can do that, like that. So you just go, instead of server address equals blah, 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 it's server address equals get address info for that, and then you put in the rest of it as you had before. Now that is a grown-up way to do it, and this program is the same as Paul's was, I think, only the prompt is different. So we will go to my server. Now this program, that import decode is just doing, as opposed to having my SSID and password, that is what I go into in my third video in the description for how to really keep your details safe, but don't need to worry about that. I've got a dictionary of the colours with what pin they're attached to, and apart from that I've got the message from the client. I just say, is the colour in there? If it is, I toggle it, and then I say whether it's on or off and send it back to the client. Or if they've put a question mark, I just get the colours out of the dictionary and tell them what is available, or turn everything off, or it's an invalid colour. Simple, simple, simple. So I'll run that, and there are no messages coming up here because it's designed to be carried around the house. So unless you want to carry your monitor with you, no messages. So we'll run that. Right, enter required colour. Camera would help. Right, I've got my camera there, so I want to move. Yeah, we'll still be able to see that. Right, camera, yeah, red. And as you can see, red is on, and in the window it says red is on. And then if you go red again, it goes off and it says red is off. Then you can go blue, blue is on, green is on. Ooh, wonder if I've got any other colours. Ah, available colours are blue, yellow, green, or red or green. That's good. So I'll turn blue off. Yeah, I'll turn them all off. Well, that's about all my program does.